Hey guys, I hope you're catching those big moves in the Aussie. They have already started. And if you watch my past two videos, you will know and you should be in those trades already. Anyway, good afternoon or good morning, depending where you are. This is Anil Mangal. If you don't know me, if you know me, thanks for coming back and watching the videos. Go to my channel and watch my videos if you've never seen any of them. What we do is called wave analysis. So what I'm going to do today is a series of video I started a few days ago showing you all the Aussie pairs because the Aussie dollar has a very big move coming. Now, if you don't know why I'm saying that or what method I use to make that analysis, again, watch my videos, subscribe to the YouTube videos, go on my Facebook page because every now and then we do free weekly webinars. That is my daily webinar. You will get access to it. Let me make this very fast. I'm going to go through this, and then at the end of it, it's only going to take about 7 minutes. At the end of it, I'm going to tell you something important. Stick around. So let's go. Dollar, the Aussie dollar. This was the lowest point the Aussie dollar has ever been, right? That's historical low. Here's an historical chart. See, that's the lowest point. Coming from the top, this is the lowest point. As you can see, if you look in this chart, we've had a big correction in here. If you know me, this is what we do. We look for these wave patterns, and then we define what was going to be the next one, some smaller one here, right? Here is another big wave pattern in there. 1, 2, 3. Here are some smaller ones. This was a big move down. See that reversal there? That's the start of a big move to retest this top. Right? So you would question to me, what the hell is going to happen in the world for that to happen? Well, I don't know what the hell happened in the world for this to happen. If you know, please write me. I don't know. I don't look at it and I don't concern what's going to happen in the world. What I concern is what I see in the charts. Because what I see in the charts is what repeats itself over and over and over. Now, if you don't know this, if you're a skeptic, if you don't understand how it works, join me. We'll teach you to do that. That's what we do here, right? So let's go. Right now, I think we're looking for a retest of the top. So what you will start with is you will always start with a very sharp impulse. A sharp impulse, a correction, a sharp impulse, a correction, and then continue to go. We have just made a sharp impulse. See that? And we're in the correction phase. Correction takes time, so that might take a while, but that doesn't mean we don't take trades. We take trades even inside the corrections because you will be getting your next impulse starting from the bottom of that correction. But if the range of the correction is so big for your daily trades, you can end up making possible trades, right? So what I'm looking for is we've got this. We want a correction here, and we're going back to the top here. Now, it's not a straight line to the top. You're going to have a lot of waves, and that's why it's called wave analysis. So it might look easy when I show you, but basically, when you try to do this on your own, you're going to be pretty confused because you have to know where to start, how to look at the waves or patterns you're looking at, and they're very specific. Each one of them has its own strategy of how you're going to trade. So we're going to go down to the daily, and we've got that big move up, and we're in a sideways move right now. And we are very much only a very minor part of that sideways move. So if you ask me, we're probably going to be stuck here for a couple months before we actually start the big impulse to the upside. Right? Because this is a time factor, and I think we will be stuck here for quite some time, which means we can trade up and down and up and down until we get the big impulse. All the trades taken now will be short-term trades. So we traded this up. If you were following me, you would know that. We're looking at this possibility here. Now, there's still a possibility that we were looking as whether we would take this to be a running flat for upside, because all the other Aussie trades have that possibility of a big flat forming. I showed you before in one of the webinars. You can go back and check my recent webinars. It's in one of them. And I'm going to show you each one separate. If you didn't see my two webinars I did previously, the Aussie Yen and the Aussie, I think was the Aussie Swiss or the Aussie Cat, please go check them. I will do all the Aussie pairs. So let me show you the Aussie Yen quickly. We're in that trade right now. This one, that's the pattern I showed you yesterday, and I told you we are buying already. We're in this trade. We're in this trade from here. We close that for break even because when you're trading in the 1 hour, if it doesn't go, we have a strategy and we have rules on the strategy. Based on the rules, you close it and you re-enter. So we got this trade going today. We expect it to break the top, and we're targeting all the way to break this top. From that point, we will see whether the consolidation gets bigger or whether this is the start of the big impulse to the upside. Right? We've got a nice flat here and we're going. So far, so good on this trade. When it breaks that top, we'll put the trade to break even and we'll manage it. Basically, you get in the trade and you manage them. That's the biggest part of your trading, is how you manage the trades you're in as well. Right? It's not just taking the trades. I've seen advertisements where someone will tell you, if you learn this strategy, you can make money. Yeah, but what if you implement the strategy and it's not working very well, or the trade you took is not going? Then you manage that trade, right? The management of the trade that you're in is a bigger part than just implementing a strategy, right? I'm not even going to go into being the ability to analyze charts, which is the number one thing you need to know if you're going to be a trader, right? So we'll go back to the Aussie, and right now we're also in this Aussie trade. See that? That's an Aussie trade we were in from this morning from my trading room. When it breaks the top, we'll move it to the profit, and then we'll see whether it's going to continue to go take off or whether it's going to stop. So let's go back to the daily where we are. The daily, we're in this trade, and you can see that there's a very nice three-wave pattern down. I think we're making a nice three-wave pattern to the top here. And if this is the correction, then this thing will continue to go before we get a much deeper correction, right? It's going to make an impulse like this, and then we'll get a much deeper correction. But that impulse will be followed by a lot of corrections in it, right? It's not going to go in a straight, it's not just one straight line. And that means we will have a chance to put more trades on as we go. We'll be adding trades to this trade that we already have, maintaining and managing the trades that we have. So let's see how that goes. If it doesn't go, worst case now for me is I will get a break even on this trade. I can't lose on this anymore, right? That's the worst case. It will become a break even trade. I don't make any money in it, but so far it's going good. And I think we'll make money on this. So the daily is an up move. As you can see, it started. This is a sharp move, so I don't think that is all the correction, unless, again, we look at this as a possible running flat. That possibility exists. You may say, well, if you're a wave an analyst, why did you say possibilities? Because when you're looking at patterns and you're looking at longer term patterns, they tend to change into bigger and bigger patterns, right? If you don't understand that part of how the market behaves, then you need to go understand the concept of wave analysis. You may want to say, why you take this flag and you're managing the trade, it should go. No, there's nothing like it should go. That is what other people tell you. That if you understand the way we look at trades, we don't tell the market what to do. We follow what the market is doing. And that's a huge difference from how I look at wave analysis, is that we look at the patterns and then we trade them. And if the patterns are going to change into a much more complex pattern, we get the hell out of that trade, wait for something that we clearly understand, a pattern that we can recognize, and then we trade that. The patterns just give you an edge in the market. So if this is the big running flat, good. If it is not the big running flat, then what we're going to find happen here is that this would become a bigger correction here, and this would be a contracting flat there. It could still be a contracting flat. That possibility exists. But because there's so many ups and downs, the combination of how you're going to make the flats, what flat you're looking at, and this is the problem Elliott Wavers get, is that each one sees a different pattern, and that's okay. You can see different pattern, but you don't define the whole trade. That if I see this pattern, then it's absolutely that is the correct pattern. We're saying that these patterns could vary. If you see a flat and I see a triangle, then between all the combinations of what we are doing, right, how we are putting the waves together to make that, you see a running flat, somebody says, hey, I don't see that as a running flat. I see that differently. Okay, show me what you see, and let's see which one is going to be the correct one. It doesn't matter whether you're right or I'm right. How would you trade it, and how would you manage that trade? We see this, we take the trade, it's going good. We will manage the trade, right? So it's what you see, and is it giving you an edge in the market? Now, the more experienced you are at this and the more knowledge you have about it, the easier for you to do it, which is why I'm doing it for you, right? Trying to help you become good at doing this. So what you would look for in the 4 hour is an impulse and a correction, which we have. That is very clear, an impulse and correction. If you're following me, we sold that down last week, and we're buying this here. I think this week we sold it somewhere this. If you're following me, you would see, because I think I post that trade out. And we're looking for this up move now. When it comes to this level, I'll be very careful. Why would I be careful at this level? Because we don't know whether this down move is still going to continue to go like this. So this is that's all we're targeting on that trade right now. But if it continues to go, we will stay with the trade, right? If that trade continues to go up, we will stay with it. Now, if that part confused you, why would you stay with the trade if that's your target? That's the cream of wave analysis. That's what you would not understand until you're in my group and in my trading room. because that's what we explain to my traders on a daily basis, how we manage the trades to see whether it could continue to go, whether it's going to stop here, or whether it's going to reverse to you. How would you manage each trade in every specific conditions? So look at that. I hope this helped you. This is not very detailed. I know that. If I go into details in this chart, it will probably take me about 6 hours. Go into every single detail, explaining every pattern to you and show you why I think this is going to happen. But I'm trying to make it as short as possible. Now, the good news for you is if you like what I do and you think it's working for you, you can see these patterns, or you understand them, but you can't see them clearly and you don't know how to take advantage of them, but you would like to do that, you can join our group. How the group works is that we have a group of traders who have lifetime access to my group once they take the course. They have to take the training course to understand what we do in there, how to read patterns and all of that. And we have a trading group, a trading room that works 24/5, which means right now there are people in the trading room trading, discussing trades, taking trades, documenting it, managing it. That's what we do, right? Now, I can't show you all of that because the links would be exposed, and I don't want that to happen where people are going to hack into the link and all of that, right? Or try to join it and, destroy whatever is there. But you can see the review of my traders writing. You have their testimonials and you can see what they do and they'll tell you. So watch this trade. I hope you get it. It might be a little late for you to get this specific trade, but wait for another flag and buy. Right? Wait for another flag, buy. But if you followed my trade in the Aussie yen, which I posted before it happened, right? The Aussie yen trade. Go back to the previous webinar, watch the Aussie yen trade. If you're in that trade, then you should have seen this trade as well. And you probably should have seen a few more other trades in the Aussie pairs that we're monitoring, right? Some of them have not broken out as yet, so you could still get those trades, including the Euro Auds and the Pound Auds. So stick around, watch this video, share it with your friends, share it with anyone who is a trader. And tomorrow I'll probably do Euro Auds or Pound Auds. If you want any specific Aussie pair that you think I would not do, I don't know, I would not do the very exotic ones. But if you want it, post in the comment. And if we have enough people to support you under your comment that they would like to see that Aussie pair, I'll do it for you guys. We can do all the Aussie pairs. This will go on next week as well. Although next week, my training course is starting next Monday. So it will be a live session. So I will hope I can find time to still do this for you guys. Right? It's very short. It's only 10, 15 minutes. And watch the video, like it, make a comment. For the trolls who are going to try to make comments, don't do that because your comment will not be, no one will see them. They're filtered out. That's the good thing about YouTube. You can filter out the comments you don't like. And that's okay. I don't want the trolls wasting our time. So look at this. If you like these trades and you like the way we look at it and the way we take trades, I can tell you we sold this one here, that one, the break of that, and we sold this, and we close the trades in the break of this, monitor the trade, close it, and now we're looking for this trade to go. When it breaks that up, we will keep an eye on it. That doesn't mean it's not going to go higher. That's where we start looking at it very closely to see if it's turning. There are many things we look at to tell you, okay, this could be the turning point. You will learn that later. Trade with care, take care, and go check my videos out. Talk to you later.